Now, those early years and really throughout your hockey career, was it something that you really kind of zeroed in on, that when you were finished your playing days, coaching was in the offing for you?
Yeah, well, again, I mean, hockey's been my life. It doesn't mean I'm an expert, but it's what I know best. And I've been very passionate about sports and about, obviously, hockey my whole life. So again, I was very privileged that when my career ended, that Bob Clark, he gave me an opportunity to get into coaching. And again, I was always a student of the game, and hockey was my passion. So I was lucky again and privileged again, and I've been with a lot of great people and in the coaching industry, and not only when I played, but as an assistant coach as well. So I've had lots of mentors and lots of great people that I've learned from. I mean, when I started in Montreal, Scotty Bowman was my first training camp. He was still the coach in Montreal, and I was privileged to have played in Edmonton with Glenn Sather and John Muckler, two great coaches. And my last year of playing, I was in Long Island where Al Arbor was there. So, and then 6, 7 years with Pat Quinn in Toronto. I mean, I've been, again, very privileged to have been a part of teams that have had great coaches.
Now, as far as coaching goes, here you're reunited with a former teammate in Minnesota. We talked about the old North Stars, and a guy by the name of Craig Hartsburg, an outstanding defenseman, joins the Blue Jackets in that capacity. Your thoughts on reuniting here and what it means to the club to have a Craig Hartsburg on the staff?
Yeah, well, Craig is, I played with him for 5 years in Minnesota, and he was a real good defenseman. And you know, a lot of people talk about what makes an elite defenseman, and in my mind, it's your first job is you have to defend well. You're not an elite defenseman if you can just score points. You're an elite defenseman if you start out that you're a good defender and you defend well, and he was. He could be on the ice against the other team's best offensive players, and he had the ability to play defense and diffuse them from doing what they did well. And on top of that, he was a great offensive player. He could make a great first pass out of his own end. He could build an attack back there by passing or joining the rush. And he was an excellent quarterback on the power play. And back in those days, your point man was more of a quarterback than it is in the game today. It's more of a half-board player, like a Crosby or Malkin on the half-boards. But in those days, it was more a defenseman was a quarterback on the power play, and he had great vision and great offensive skills to quarterback that power play from the point. So overall, he was a great defenseman, and he was our captain. He had great leadership skills, and he was consistent each and every day with how he conducted himself professionally and performed, and that he kept his credibility as a leader by doing that. So we're privileged to have him here as part of the coaching staff, and we're a compatible group, and our entire staff here, I think we have, you know, we have knowledge and expertise and experience and enthusiasm that working together, I think we're going to help this team to success.